Now let's hear for a very funny guy from New Jersey, Johnny O.
What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing? Can't you tell that your tie's too
You know what's
white?
crazy? I'm like the token white guy. I feel like the alternate juror from the OJ trial. But this is beautiful, isn't it? This is the original lifeguard stand from West Side Story. So, I don't know what's real and what's fake news anymore. I saw a picture the other day of Magic Johnson giving blood. I still don't know what that was about, but do you remember when HIV was scary? There was a time when HIV was scary, remember? Now it's like, I see Charlie Sheen on Matt Lauer. It's like he's promoting a movie. He said, Matt Lauer said, is there anything you do different? You have any regrets? He said, yeah, I probably wouldn't have got that tiger's blood from Siegfried and Roy, but remember back in the day, you were like, when HIV was scary, remember Liberace, Rock Hudson, you said, who's next? In the back of your head, you thought, who's going to be next? You always had in your head, well, it's got to be, the kind of flamboyant, unhealthy-looking celebrity. And okay, I'm the only one that was in a death pool. That's it? Just me? All right. Having said that, how is the lead singer of the B-52s still alive? I've got me a Chrysler, it's as big as a whale! I've had that guy in my pool for 32 years. This is great. You're all now just staring at me like I'm the lifeguard at a Tommy Lee pool party. This is... So my wife watches the Kardashians, and I'm watching the marriage of Kim and Kanye. She actually wore white. Kim Kardashian wearing white at a wedding is the equivalent of me going to an Overeaters Anonymous meeting wearing a lobster bib. It's just not being honest. But her perfume is still #1. That's got to be a good sign. That's a sign of the apocalypse. So I know if I was a young girl, that's what I'd want to smell like. The daughter of OJ's bag man, the star of 3 bootleg porn videos. I heard the name of the perfume is Armenian Whore Juice. She said it's her second favorite thing to wear behind her ears. Do you know why the Kardashians had 5 turkeys on their Thanksgiving table? So the girls didn't fight over the dark meat. So I'm getting some glares, especially from the Asian guy. Asian guy, let me ask you something. I'm a big fan. Bernie Mac was one of my heroes, God rest his soul. But did you understand everything he said? He's been on. See, I asked all my Asian friends, and he said he got about 85% of what Bernie Mac says. People talk about being on politics, don't play no politics. I never played no politics. Children, my sister kid, bust off. From the time I'm gonna play no up there. I tell you something, America. Bernie Mac don't play no up there. Right around now, you were just staring at the size of my head. I'm sensing this. You know what it is? When I was a little kid, I had a big head, and people look at my dad, who's a pretty big dude, and they said, well, don't worry, he's going to grow into it. What nobody told me was that as I grew, so would my head. You know you have a big head when you sit down in a movie theater and your 2 rows behind you in unison go, shit. Or you go to try out a new barber, and he gives you an estimate. By the way, you know what a priest and a barber have in common? They'll both give you a lollipop if you sit still. I've come to the conclusion that the bucket list, it's a great thing on paper, but if you're a certain age, you shouldn't do it. I met an older guy, an Irishman, around the St. Paddy's, and he was 78 years old, and he wanted to get his first tattoo. He wanted to get a shamrock on his shoulder. And I was like, well, that's great, so now you go to the beach, you'll look like a decomposing Lucky Charm. I said, if you're 78 years old and you want to get your first tattoo, the only thing you should be allowed to get is a cargo net on your balls. That's... I'm looking around the room. We have a nice mix of people, a lot of good-looking, healthy-looking ladies. Ladies, a little advice from Johnny O, take care of your breasts, all right? Support them, because gravity's out there. Today you're a 36C, tomorrow you're a 42 long, so support those. First you're J-Lo, then you're Jello. So you like impressions, because that's about the only thing that worked. Here's some quick impressions. This is Catherine Zeta-Jones on her honeymoon. Michael, take another one. Nothing's happening. This is my grandmother watching porn for the first time. I'll bet that girl in the middle got paid the most. This is my impression of my favorite TV show. It was The Odd Couple with my two favorite actors, Jesse the Body Ventura and Ice-T, in a remake of The Odd Couple. Yo, Oscar, man, use the coaster, bitch. I just dusted. Felix, you slack-jawed faggot. Let's just go downstairs and bang the Pigeon Sisters. Oscar, man, why you frontin'? That was it. That was my closing bit for the thing. I'll be back. Manny Shadia.